Hello everybody and welcome to the first episode of YugiShow, where we talk all Yu-Gi-Oh! All the time. And I bet you're wondering, wait a minute, this is MissingnoRevival. This channel's about Pokemon cards. Well, due to a great idea that me, Fodai1000, and ShadowDLR12 came up with, we're going to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! And not Pokemon. But only on this show. You'll still get your daily dose of Pokemon card shows, so don't worry about that. It's just I will cover the card game Yu-Gi-Oh! For them. So, YugiShow was born. Let's start with something simple, like the types of cards in the game. And they all make the pretty Yu-Gi-Oh! Rainbow. Alright. But anyway, we'll start off with spells. Spells are pretty simple. They're green and they're made of paper. I'm kidding. Spell cards are cards that can be equipped, power up, destroy cards. They can do all that stuff. They can even bring cards back to life. They have lots of uses, and they're very useful in the card game itself. Like Monster Reborn. This is a very useful card. Brings one monster back from the graveyard. Plus, just look at that card art. It's a sword. It's freaking epic! Arrgh! Sorry about that. Let's move on to the other type of card. Traps. And as you see, they're purple, or red, magenta. Trap cards. They do exactly what trap cards say. You set them down and you trap your opponent. It's like they're waiting, and then you boom, spring up the trap, and they're like, "Oh no, you trapped me." Yeah, because Magic Cylinders directs their attack right back to their life points. And they can also destroy cards. They have other numerous effects. They don't all just do that, but you still have to set them down for one turn and wait till the next turn or your opponent's turn. That's just how it is with them. Let's go on to monsters. Normal monsters. And this guy's pretty familiar, isn't he? That's right, it's Mago. The Dark Magician. He is a normal monster, but because of his high level, you do have to sacrifice 2 monsters, I believe, to get him out on the field. But he doesn't do anything else. He's just a monster. He's strong. That's pretty much it. A normal monster. Now, these cards differ from normal monsters. Effect monsters. They have a special ability. Like they can destroy cards, bring cards from your deck to your hand, to the deck to the field. They can do all kinds of stuff. They can flip and destroy stuff. Different kinds. They have different effects. Now, some cards have effects but don't say effect, like the Gemini card. See, Gemini, which is kind of like, they have a weird way to them. I'll talk about them later in another video. And the tuner cards. I'll talk about a tuner also later. We'll just set those off to the side. But effect monsters. They have special abilities and they're super cool. The last type of card you can get in your thing is the ritual monster. Now, the ritual usually does have effects. Sometimes I'm not sure if they always do or not, but they're blue. So that's pretty wicked. But off the collar, they have effects. You have to use a ritual spell card to bring them out, and they're usually very powerful. Ritual cards, that's really all I can say about them. They're good cards to have. Let's go into the extra deck now. That's right, the Fusion Monster. Of course, you know this guy, Thousand Dragon. a fusion between Time Wizard and Baby Dragon. Now, fusion, that's just pretty much, like, I don't even know how I can describe that to anyone. Fusion, it's pretty much what it is. You take two monsters, use the spell card Polymerization, and then you fuse them together. So, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, and before other cards were added to the extra deck, these were the only ones you could get, so lots of people packed lots of fusions, but it depended on your deck. You could have lots of fusions, little fusions, or an extreme amount of fusions. I'm talking to you, elemental heroes! Sorry about that. Let's move on to our next one. The Synchro monster. Or math cards. For one, I do like the white. And at first I didn't like these cards. I thought they were too complicated and kind of stupid. But really playing a video game is what lightened me up to them. A lot, really. You can easily get the number. What you got to do is you got to have the tuner monster. And another monster that is listed on the card. And their level has to add up to this. And if it does, boom, you got a powerful monster with a good effect. Synchros, they're pretty wicked, actually. And finally, the last one, Xyz. Again, much like Synchro, I was not too fond of this. I thought it was kind of stupid. But I bought a deck with an Xyz monster, tried them out, and really not as bad as I thought. They are very easy to get out. They have ranks instead of levels. If you look there, it's on the other side and the stars are black instead of red. And it's pretty much stacking cards. It's like that sounds weird, but like you take two cards, like this takes two level 4 monsters. I know I'm using Spell and Trap here, but this is just an example. You stack them on top of each other and he uses that. The only problem with them, like I said, the material is what they call it. The only problem with that is he's limited to how many material he has. You take off a material to use an effect that they have. And then you take off another material to use the effect again, but when you're out of material, the card will rather die or just be useless. So, yeah, that's pretty much the Yu-Gi-Oh! Rainbow, or the card types. They're all pretty wicked cards. I like them all. They're pretty fun. They're fun to play. I just think it's a fun game to play. I played it since I was a kid, and it's been pretty fun. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel for more Pokemon videos, like this video for more YugiShow. I'll see you next time. I'm Footeye1000, and Yugi Rainbow. Ooh. Also, one more thing I would like to add real quick. I would like to thank ShadowDLR12 for giving me the opportunity to do this show for everyone. Thanks a lot, dude. See you next time.